So me and my friend were just sparring, and as you can see from the clip, we ended up talking about a situation in the sparring. I caught his leg, and there's a counter for that. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah. But there's a counter for this, where you swing the other foot up and do a jumping, spinning hook kick. But it can be very dangerous to execute. So there's a tip also, if you want to practice this in a safe manner for sparring, you can do a less powerful version, which also has less reach. So depending on the distance of the opponent, it may not connect. But I'm just gonna, I can demonstrate it without someone holding my leg. So if someone's got your foot, then you can do something like a jumping crescent kick. The more powerful strike, because this is gonna connect with the side of the foot rather than the heel. So it's less dangerous, and also the reach is a little less, so you may not even connect if you wanna be extra safe in sparring. But the actual technique with the connecting with the heel, I actually did once. The funny thing is, I did it as a kid before having any martial arts training. I just seen some martial arts movies. And so basically, I was in a fight with my twin brother, and we were just kids. So I was just continually kicking my left leg, actually, hoping for him to grab onto my leg. And finally he did. And so I just swung through the air, and it's difficult to demonstrate slowly. So I just turned and with my hip in this manner, but not connected to the ground. I just connected, and what happened was I hit my brother here on the side of the head, and he just instantly dropped, and he nearly fell to a piece of furniture with a sharp edge, not too different from this one, quite different but same concept. So it was extremely dangerous, and even though we were kids, we just knew that could have went completely wrong, so we just stopped fighting. So whenever I do this in sparring, I always do the safer version, but I haven't done this almost since I was a kid, and it's difficult to do without someone holding your leg, but I'll just try it for the sake of the video, so something like this. And even this time, I could see that because I'm used to doing the crescent movement, I had my foot pointing upwards, so it's more like a spinning hook kick. Anyways, I just wanted to share that. Thanks for watching. If you want to try this counter, just know that it's risky for self-defense on the streets, because if you drop to the ground, it may be concrete, and it's also a dangerous situation if you don't take your opponent out. It can be very effective if you're fighting in the ring or something, but don't do it in sparring. For sparring, you have to do the safer version with the crescent kick. Thanks for watching.
After years of free content, the time has come where I need a helping hand from some of you. You can support me with $3 each month, or 5 or 10 for a few extra benefits. Supporting Zen-Dragon via Patreon will probably make no difference to you financially. If you're living hand to mouth, I don't want your money. Then I'd rather you keep them for yourself. Don't worry, I'll be alright. The donations are in place to help cover equipment and other expenses for the channel. Now that I'm also a father, it's more challenging than ever to find the time to create and share free content. But if enough of you support on Patreon, there will come a day where I can cut down my 9-to-5 job, either partially or altogether, which will make it sustainable to continue creating and sharing free content here on YouTube. Even if that does not happen, I'll still continue sharing, but possibly with longer breaks in between. Thanks for listening. Now visit my Patreon, that's patreon.com/Zen-Dragon. I greatly appreciate you for listening and for continually watching Zen-Dragon.